Why fit in when you can stand out? Hey, I'm Danny with Thunder Network.
It took me a really long time to realize that love is not enough. In order for a relationship to last, it needs playfulness, it needs good sex. Sex is not a tool, ladies. Okay? Listen. Sex is not a tool. Stop using it as a tool. That's a whole other conversation for another time. It needs communication and it needs laughter. If you have these ingredients, I spend many hours looking at successful relationships, and I was at a point. I got to a point where I was feeling a kind of way. Am I not good enough? Am I not this? Am I not that? Do you know what I mean? All the usual things that you go through if you don't have the level of self awareness to be able to understand that this is a waiting period. It's a waiting period. Now I'm excited. It's going to sound nuts, but it's the truth. Now I'm actually excited because future hubby, life is going to be lit, my guy. Listen. The interesting thing about the life journey is I kept on repeating the same patterns. I kept on meeting the same people with a different face. But underlying energetically, it was the same shit all the time. And I actually sat down because I journal and I journaled about it. I was like, why do I keep meeting the same person in different forms? Like, what the hell? And that's when my healing journey started properly, you know? Besides attachment styles being established in utero in the first 3 months, your childhood has a very large impact on the way that we bond with others, in the way that we conduct ourselves in relationships, all of this stuff, you know. And I knew that there was a link, but I didn't understand the severity of it, you know, the depths that it goes to. Now I do. That understanding, you know, it's this, it's, you hear people that say this all this time. Sometimes self-awareness is like a curse because you are so self-aware and everybody around you is just going with the flow, which can be really frustrating, especially when it's very obvious that something is a learned pattern as opposed to something being thought about and being thought through and being worked through. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other time. So to the point in this journey as we go looking for our better halves, our other halves, our twin flames, our whatever it is that you want to call it. Oh yeah, I met my twin flame. That was such a pivotal moment, but that's another conversation for another time. Anyway, um, the most important thing is to show up. Show up authentically. You show up. You be there authentically, you know, and give the other person enough space to show up authentically too. And it's hard sometimes, especially when you've repeatedly got the message that your authentic self is not worthy, or your authentic self needs to be masked, or you need to, especially like in Zom culture, we've got this thing where you need to camouflage, you know, fit in to be in. So people will camouflage, they'll change their accents, their demeanors, everything so you can fit in. Why would you fit in when you can stand out? You know? Be you. But yeah.